I'm counting down my 10 favorite vampires from Sabbat War today on Reading Between the Lines.
But here I am again, being bled by my friends, having every political action cost me free. I look like I'm having a good time, but even through the love can't tell. Being ousted by your grand prix really makes you feel like hell.
Greetings and salutations, and welcome to Reading Between the Lines. I am your host, the waterdog, and I'm going to be counting down those Sabbat vampires for you. But before I do that, do me the kind favor of please hit that subscribe button. It means a whole lot to me, and I really, really appreciate it. Sabbat War came out in the year 2000. This is going to be 4 years after Sabbat, and it's really just I don't know why there's a 4 year delay from one set to the next set. I don't know the histrionics of all of that, but I can tell you they just kind of try to recapture from what they did in Sabbat, just kind of I guess to resubmit the game. But one of the things that they did do was they added some vampires to it. Now, Sabbat was a very popular set, and my understanding was there wasn't a whole lot of print to it, and so that's why you need the Sabbat War. But they did bring in some new vampires to this set, and so there you go. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. Now, one of the things about this set that is great for me because it plays right into my wheelhouse is that, we talked about before the 7-cap vampires that had the 3 superior disciplines, right? Well, here you're going to have 6-cap vampires with 3 superior disciplines, and that's what I do like. So that plays right into what I like to do. So let's get started with the number 10 slot. Daryl Boyce Council. He is a Gangrel and Titchabrew, 6-cap, all 3 superior disciplines, Celerity, Obfuscate, Proteum. Perfect for your Gangrel and Titchabrew. You can't go wrong with him. Good staple card if you're playing that grouping of Gangrel at that particular time. And so he was great for me. Good stealth vampire. Good combat vampire. Multiple strikes. Protean. What can I say? There you go. The number 9 slot. Ox, Viceroy of the Hollows. 3 superior disciplines at the 6-cap. Animalism, of course, my favorite. Then you've got Potence. Then you've got Obfuscate. So he was made to enter combat. Just made to do it. Made to get that action off so that you can go out and just go beat something up. And Ox was really good at that. And he's at the number 9 spot. Going to the 8th spot. Same thing. Caliban. Here we go. Superior Animalism. Superior Aspects. Superior Vicissitude. This is a really good vampire. The Samisi were very strong because you can intercept. You can build some good walls with these guys. At the time, of course, they got Animalism, so good combat for me. With the Vicissitude, it gives you some flexibility, very toolboxy, and later on down the line when when you get British Museum, it makes them really good for me. I really like them with British Museum. But Caliban is at the 8th spot, so here we go. At the number 7 spot, Toreador and Titchabrew, Greta. Now, Greta Kircher, 7-cap. You've got all those great disciplines right there. I liked the Toreador and Titchabrew. I played them. Like I said, I've said this before, I've played them a lot more than I played the Toreador. I like them better for blocking. I like them better with the guns. I like some of the Sabbat mechanics that will come into play for them, and so I like them, and Greta right up there, just a good vampire, good solid vampire, that superior aspects, you can't go wrong with that, and so like her in those decks. Number 6 slot, here we go again, 6-cap, 3 superior disciplines, Dolphin Black, Malkavian and Titchabrew, and just a good staple card. Whenever I see her face, I'm always reminded of Fright Night. Because when the girl becomes a vampire and she's got that big old mouth and stuff like that, and there's Dolphin with her big mouth, it always reminds me of that. But if you're playing Malkavian and Titchabrew, Demontation Bleed, 6-cap, really good. Really good. And then, of course, you know, great for bouncing, you know, because of the Auspex, you know. Because of the Auspex. Get my Auspex and my Office Cake confused. But yeah, really good for that. And so, outstanding vampire. Going to the number 5 spot, it's Kyle. The Cardinal of Canada. Man, he's just loaded. Just loaded. During your unlock phase, you may move 1 blood from Kyle to any other controlled Sabbat vampire. So he was his own basic hunting ground for you if you needed it. But if you look at all of those disciplines at the 9 cap, you know, you got the Auspex, the Dominate, the Potence, and the Presence. He's just tailor-made, you know, to for me, you know, where you're doing bleed and combat at the same time with that superior Auspex and Presence. Outstanding for, you know, show of force because you've got that Presence and you've got that, you know, Potence. But that's a card that comes out much later. That's a card that's going to come out in Dance Macabre around 2013. But that's just a great card for them, and great card for him, especially, you know, because of all the things he can do. Then you still got the, you know, the deflections. You can still block. You've got a fortitude so that you can multi-act. So as far as a vampire goes, he's really, really good. Very versatile. Vote with him. You can put him in vote decks. You can put him in Giovanni decks at the time, because Giovanni, of course, had the Fist and had the Dominate. And I did play a lot of Giovanni, you know, Dominate Potence decks. And so he fits right into those decks as well. So, like Kyle. Let's go to the number 4 slot. Amaya. Combat Vampire, brother. At the 7 cap. Let's not forget, at the 7 cap. So you're going to get 3 superior disciplines. You're going to get Animalism. You're going to get Auspex. You're going to get Fortitude. And then you get an inferior Protean. And her special is she may prevent 1 damage each combat. So preventing 1 damage each combat, pretty good. Pretty good. Like it. But I love all 3 of the superior disciplines. Good combat vampire. Falls right into my animalism decks that I like to play, because I do love animalism with fortitude. I love animalism with fortitude because that way you can always start a different combat. So if they block this combat action, okay, and then you don't get the job done, you can unlock with the fortitude and then take another combat action and finish the job. So I always liked playing vampires that had, you know, superior animalism and fortitude. I played that at the Gulf Coast Roast, as a matter of fact. I played an animalism fortitude deck at the final table. Kind of ran into Darby, but, you know, there you go. Mama Jean, baby! Mama Jean. Anyway, let's get to it. Number 3, at the 3 slot, Little Taylor of Prague. Here we go, another Samisi with another good set of disciplines. Superior, all 3 of the disciplines that you need. Okay, animalism, you know, Auspex, vicissitude at the 8 cap. Can't go wrong with any of those things. Taylor's special. He recruits an ally or employs a retainer that requires a Samisi or vicissitude that cost is reduced by 1 blood or pull. That was not as much of an attraction for me as much as just getting that +1 bleed that he has. So having that extra +1 bleed, that's what I liked about it. So I've got a vampire that can do +1 bleed. Because one of the things I was doing with animalism was I was trying to find, you know, vampires like Little Taylor, like Doyle, that could have a +1 bleed and still do some of the things that I like to have done. And really, really good. So I did like Little Taylor for that. The number 2 slot. Man, I'm just kind of sticking with these combat guys because I like them a lot. Ellen Fitz, the Tracker. She's got superior Protean, Obfuscate, Celerity. She's got the minor Auspex. But she can enter combat with any locked minion controlled by your predator or prey as a D action. There you go. That's what I like. Okay? And so I've got a vampire that can enter combat on either side of the table. And of course, if you know anything about me, I like to go to my predator first. I always like to cover my backside before I do anything else, especially if I'm playing a combat deck. You know, it's like predator beware. You know, I'm hunting predators. and she's really good for that. You know, outstanding vampire, falls right into my play style. But at the number one spot, because really when you're looking at the cost and what they can do, man, you just can't beat Amelia. All three superior disciplines, 7 cap, and all three superior disciplines, and she can enter combat with any vampire with a capacity below 4, controlled by another Methuselah, as a +1 stealth D action. Great combat disciplines. All three of them are at superior. She's got the extra bonus of being able to enter combat with, you know, a small cap vampire, and so I like her. She goes hand in hand with all the little things I like to do in fight, and I do love the cost of 7. 7 is a great cost for her. Just an outstanding vampire. Well, that's it, brother. That's my list. Man, I appreciate you watching. Y'all take care. Whoa, you watched the whole video? Hey, thanks for watching, man. I appreciate it. If you like what you've been seeing, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Y'all take care.